recap of the week. This is week 2, I think, or week 3.
It's video 2, part 2.
Track. So we got a lot of progress this week, for sure. So they built the posts last week. So those posts are all built. They're 2x6 pine sandwiched with a poplar in the middle of it because the poplar holds screws better. That's what they think. So I'm not going to argue with that. So this week, we got all the posts up, 24, 25 of them, all the posts up and leveled and plumb and everything. And then we put the first 3 girts on. Those are the cross boards on the outside. Those are called girts. And then we got the trusses, and we started putting the trusses on. So the first truss was the end truss. That was the hardest because there's nothing to support it up there. So we got that up, and then I think we put 3 trusses up, and then we started running braces on them. And then we got all the way to here, to this truss just before the 16-foot opening where a garage door is going to be. And then they started running the purlins. We got the beam in, that steel beam right there. We had to build a post that goes horizontally to fit in that beam to hold that end of that truss. So we got that in. That took almost a full half a day because it wasn't done correctly. We had to re-drill it and everything. So we got all that in, and then the last couple of trusses in yesterday or day before, and I think, and then today they just left. They finished all the purlins. So all the purlins are on. We are now ready for a couple of more girts we got to put on, and then we put the strings back on, and we make sure the building is square. You would think with all of this it would be square, but it could be racked a little bit one way or the other, and if it's not square, when you go to put that roof on, your roof line's gonna not match up. Your tin's not gonna match. So they'll run strings, and then they'll put chains on the building and pull the building whichever way it needs to go. And once we get it square, then we'll go ahead and put cross braces, diagonal braces in each corner, and that will hold it square. Once we do that, the tin should be here first of the week. And then tomorrow we've got a little more plumbing, we've got a little more carpentry to do. These are the tail pieces. These go right there on each post, and they come out 24 inches, and that's your overhang on this side, and on the other side you got an 18-inch overhang. And you come out 24 inches, but you got an 18-inch overhang because the roof comes all the way down to there. So those go on, and then what's called the in-betweeners, and those are the boards that go in between. You see where that bolt is up there? It goes in between right there, and that's what the roof comes down and meets that. So yeah, a little more carpentry to do. I've been working on underneath the grunt stuff. That's what I get to do, the grunt stuff. That's those boards underneath that are to stop the concrete from coming out when we pour the concrete. Next week, we've got gravel coming. I'm starting to dig for some of the possible plumbing, just drains and things like that. I've got to dig ditches to lay the pipe in before we pour. I got to go pick up the insulation, the wire, and then rebar on top of that, and then pick up about 2,300 of PEX, half-inch PEX piping to run for the hot water heating. Ooh, can't wait. By that time, it may be needed too. What else do you want me to say? First post, second post.
You're a man outstanding in your field.
Right. All right. So
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So the first wall posts are up, and we have one of the girts. Those are girts that are run along they're got the siding attached to. So one row of girts, they're all leveled and plumb. And so what will happen now is we are going to take and put the rest of the girts on. So we're getting ladders out because we have to go up every 30 inches and run a row of girts on. So we'll go square all these ends off and then start cutting them for to length and do that wall. So that's what's next.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Quit dreaming now, the sun is on the rise. And by the end of the day.
What type of wood are you cutting?
This is pine. This is the siding for the shop. So that's what all this is. It's 1x8 siding.
Nice.
Tuesday morning, it's a beautiful morning. We're going to drill out and put all the bolts in. Here comes the crews.
Drill out and put all the bolts in what?
Into these plates, into these posts. The trusses will be here at 10 a.m. supposedly. Big deal. We're going to start putting trusses up today. That's going to look cool. So, getting close to having a roof on. All the way on the top there, you see those boards, those 2x4s on end. Those are called purlins. The purlins are what the tin will screw down to. So those purlins are on end because they're a lot stronger that way when you're walking up there. And then there's 2x6 either side of the ridge cap. So when they put that last piece of tin on either side and the cap on, you know you're going to hit those. These are on the 2-foot centers are exact, so they know exactly where those are. So when they put the tin in, they know exactly where the screws go, and they've got those just straight as can be. These lower ones will get more just kind of not random, but you get ties like this one, this one, this one, and then this one, and then this one. They put those in when they put the trusses on this weekend. I'll get the kids up. Some boys up with me, and we will add some of those up there. We drilled and put all the bolts up in the top of the posts, so you can see that when those trusses set down in between the two 2x6s up there, then they're screwed and through bolted onto the top. So you'd really have to have a heck of a wind to do any damage here for sure. So the purlins, these are girts, the 2x6s that go all the way around. So they're all the way all around. We don't put the top girt on until we get all of the rafters on, or trusses. I keep saying rafters, but they're trusses. And then once the trusses are in, then we'll put in the last 2 posts and build the end wall. So the tin will be here. I'll probably go pick up the tin next week. I'll also go pick up the insulation. There'll be 2-inch insulation. So I'm gonna put the bathroom. I'm gonna move the bathroom. I'm gonna put that in this corner over here because I might end up putting a stairs up there and then put a landing right across that. I'd be able to stand up inside of that bay if I wanted to. So that could be storage someday. So if I put the mechanical and the bathroom and everything right there, that will be out of the way. And then I've just got to put plumbing in there and run it out the back. What I'm going to do with it yet, I don't know. But that's okay. Got to figure that out soon. So, tiring day. It's long days. Going through a lot of lumber. My lumber piles are getting smaller, which is a good thing. And so we should make good progress tomorrow. You can see those piles are gone. That was there was a pile right there of 100 2x4 by 12s that I cut into 10 footers because those go up for the purlins across each one. So there's a pile of 8 to 10 purlins in each bay. And here, sit there, sit there. So that whole pile went. And then that pile is the rest of the girts for inside and outside. And yeah, so we're moving right along. There's the steel beam and the ledger boards on top of it. So now the trusses, there's 4 trusses left. Put those up tomorrow. We had a terrible time with the beam. Holes weren't drilled right. So truss goes from right there and we will build, it'll set right there on top of there on brackets on top of that beam, and then we'll set the other ones, and then we finish running the purlins up on the top. The bracing will run this weekend while they're off. We've got purlins stacked ready to go. Last one coming up. The rest of them are up. Got the last 2 posts in. We'll set this last truss. Cool. So we've had a good week. It's been beautiful. It's cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon, so it's been perfect for doing this. And I'm just praying that weather holds for another 2 weeks so we can get concrete in. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications every time we do this, and follow along. It's been an interesting journey. It's a big barn, huh? 36 by 72 feet, and we're looking forward to putting stuff in it.